Future Luke here, jumping in because since I recorded this, Disney announced their earnings with a ton of big news that we probably should have expected. Few things. They announced at their previous earnings call that they would be increasing the price of Disney Plus. So it's no surprise yesterday, well, a little surprising in how much though, that they raised the price of Hulu Plus Live TV, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. There is a new bundle though that gets you an ad-free version of Hulu, Disney Plus, etc. Fairly cheap, well, compared to paying for them all separately. Now, Hulu Plus Live TV is going up to be more consistent in pricing with YouTube TV and Fubo. It does still include Disney Plus bundle, so it is kind of still a good deal, but that price shock, sticker shock we'll call it, is pretty severe there. Now, none of this should be surprising, especially the crackdown on password sharing. I said a few things earlier this year. First, when Netflix showed that they were successful in adding more subscribers by cracking down on password sharing, I said, hey, other companies are going to take notice of this. We started hearing rumors a few weeks ago that Disney was going to crack down on password sharing. Then when we learned it was coming to India, and I remember if you go back and watch that video, I said, this won't stop there. This is shown to be successful. Disney Plus and other services are losing money, and cracking down on password sharing is going to happen. Well, Disney's confirmed next year they will launch new technology that will detect password sharing and crack down on it, much like how Netflix is doing it. Should not be any surprise to you that any of this is coming. I think the only big surprise is by how much. I was expecting $1, maybe $2 price hikes, but instead we're getting with $3 and more in some areas with this on it. So, understand it, they're still losing money. Disney lost almost over $500 million on their streaming efforts in just 3 months. That is an improvement, but they need to generate more revenue. They've said this forever. Bob Iger has been saying it since he came back, that he needs to make streaming profitable, that they made some mistakes by offering it so cheap. Basically, when Disney Plus launched, they were willing to take a loss on it to attract subscribers. Now they're saying, hey, that was a mistake. We need to actually be profitable. That's where a lot of streaming services are right now, trying to find ways to be profitable. With this move, I'm sure they hope that probably next year or the year after, they'll be profitable. That's what we've been hearing, 2024 or 2025, they'll be profitable. We'll see how that all plays out. But let me know, will this affect your willingness to subscribe? And will you be canceling? Leave me a comment, let me know. I'll love to hear from you. Now back to Past Luke with the rest of the news of the day. Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for August 10th, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Stories like Fox Sports and Fox News maybe ditching cable TV, maybe not so fast. We'll tell you what was officially announced recently. YouTube TV makes changes to multi-view. We got some new details and things you need to know. And 1 in 3 streamers watch free ad-supported streaming services. We're going to tell you the numbers here, and I want to know if you watch them or not. With that said, if you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support families just by hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So with that said, let's dive into it, starting off with Fox Sports and Fox News. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere off cable TV. So we learned recently, though, that Disney was planning and building a service to offer ESPN as a standalone streaming service without the need for cable TV. Fox executives basically say, not so fast. We are not moving that way. And they say, for now, cable continues to offer a great benefit to our Fox Sports and Fox News system. When they say great benefit, they mean great amount of cash, because actually how much they made from cable companies went up. The subscription fees, revenue from that went up because they went up. We see this all the time. People are like, why are cable networks not rushing the door with the growth of cord cutting, even though we see things like the NFL network losing 20 million subscribers over the last 10 years. Well, the truth of that is they've been successfully able to continue to raise the price of cable TV to the point where even though fewer people are paying for it, they're actually making more money. And as long as that continues, they'll continue to offer it there. Fox saw the revenues flat, even though ad revenue was down. That was made up for by a growth in subscription revenue from cable fees. If that continues, they're not going anywhere. But the question now is not if or when that will come to an end. At some point, something's going to give. They're going to make cable too expensive, or the number of cable subscribers are going to fall faster than it can be made up by it. We'll see. And at that point, I'll be interested to see if then Fox, I apologize, says they'll be willing to go direct to consumers, because for now they say they're not interested at this time. We'll see how that plays out, but let me know, does it surprise you that cable TV revenues are up for networks like Fox News and Fox Sports? Let me comment, let me know. All right, if you are a YouTube TV customer, you may have noticed that multi-view is not where it was. Multi-view allows you to watch up to 4 channels at once and flip the sound between the different channels. Great for news, great for sports, and other events. Well, YouTube TV's made an update on some of their devices that's moved multi-views section on the home screen farther down. So basically, if you want to find the multi-view channels, you need to scroll down. And you find it down there with the 24/7 sports and news ones and specific ones for specific sporting events at the time they're happening. But multi-view, again, is still on YouTube, but if you go into YouTube TV, you scroll down, you're going to find it there on the home screen. No longer is it near the top by the recommended channels. Some people will like that, some people won't like that. They're continuously playing around with this to try to find the best spot for people who want it there. We'll keep a close eye on it. All right, moving along, a new study from Samba, S-A-M-B-A, I apologize if I butchered that, TV. Their state of viewership numbers came out today, and they look at the first half of 2023, and according to these numbers, 1 in 3 streamers now watch free ad-supported services. Now, not paid ad support. This isn't like the new cheaper version of Netflix that has ads, or Disney Plus that has ads. These are free services like Tubi, Crackle, Sling TV, his new free stream service, Pluto TV, and more with that. Amazon Freevee, there we go, that's the one I was trying to think of. These are 100% ad-free or ad-supported free streaming services. So leave me a comment. I want to know from you, do you or do you not watch these free services? Now, if you know my channel, you know I've been promoting these like, hey, these are not what they were a few years ago. The quality content's a lot better. If you don't use them, leave me a comment, let me know why. But what we're seeing here is increasingly cord cutters are looking for ways to cut back on streaming. It seems like services like Tubi, the Roku channel, Freevee, and more are ways people are moving into that to find cheaper options to replace paid services. Not to say that Americans are not paying for services, they're just paying for fewer services. I'd love to know what you think of it. Leave me a comment and let me know. All right, ESPN has agreed to allow bars and restaurants to stream more ESPN Plus content. Now, a lot of things people don't realize is that streaming services often specifically forbid commercial use, which means like a bar cannot go put YouTube TV on their TVs to try to stream content that way. YouTube TV says, hey, our license does not allow that. You need to go to a satellite service like DirecTV that offers business packages. Well, now ESPN Plus for Business is one of the earlier streaming services that are offering live sports, and they struck a deal to offer an additional 30 college football games streaming. Now, a lot of these are not major games. There are a lot of off-conference games for example, SEC, Big 12, and ACC. But if you're a bar that caters to Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas, and your game is going to be on ESPN Plus because it's out of market or wherever. I don't know what teams are all included here. But LSU, I know for one, is one of those big teams, so is Ole Miss. Hey, you want that game. Well, now through DirecTV for Business, ESPN has struck a deal to allow these games to be broadcast in bars and restaurants, making bars and restaurants a little bit more cord cutter friendly. Increasingly, bars and restaurants are facing the reality that, hey, some of these sporting events, Peacock may be one. Will Peacock allow Big Ten football games to be streamed at Big Ten bars this fall? We'll see. But increasingly, bars and restaurants are left wondering, they're paying for expensive satellite services, but more and more content's going on streaming only. And that's left them basically hanging around wondering, what do we do? Now Disney says, hey, here's a path, here's a legal way to do it. I have no idea, and pricing is probably not the cheapest thing in the world compared to at least residential service. But good news there for bars and restaurants. All right, if you are looking for some great deals, there are still very good cord cutting deals. I have a quick summary down below, but a lot of great deals right now, including Fire TVs for $26.99 for the Fire TV Max, really good deal. USB-C chargers, and 20% off Amazon basic products. If you want these deals or more, check out the show notes down below or in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to our top deals right now for cord cutters. Check it out. If you find any good deals, do me a favor, or you find any breaking news for cord cutting, go to cordcuttersnews.com, click on the Contact Us, send us an email, send us a link to it if you could. That's really helpful. Sometimes people say, hey, I found a great deal on a Roku, and we're left to kind of scramble to figure out, is it at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, etc. Send us a link if you could. Or if it's news, hey, there's a new channel on a service, there's a new feature here. We would love to hear from you. All right, let's keep moving along. Is cable TV coming to streaming? There's been a lot of push for bundling of streaming services, and we've already started to see this happen with Paramount Plus taking Showtime and bundling it in for an extra $1. We see Max is going to be bundling with NFL Sunday Ticket later this year to offer a special bundle deal of those two services. So what does this mean? Well, we're looking at reality here, and Paramount Plus executive CEO has also said he intends to bring bundling to more deals. He wants to find companies he can work with for Paramount Plus to say, hey, we'll offer a cheaper bundle if you get our service and your service, and maybe we can help each other. This is much like cable TV, how they would bundle channels. If you want ESPN, guess what? You got to pay for FX and Disney Channel and all those others. If you want to get ESPN, that's the way this works. Now are we approaching that for cord cutting? So far, we haven't hit it that hard. Paramount Plus may be the closest where, no longer can you get just Paramount Plus at a cheaper price. You have to get both. Max, for example, is most of Discovery Plus and HBO Max merged in, but Discovery Plus is still available, for example, at a cheaper price. We'll keep an eye on it, but I want to know, would you like to bundle your streaming services for better deals? I think most people would say yes if it's the streaming services they use, right? If I subscribe to Max and Paramount Plus, a joint Max Paramount Plus bundle deal that's cheaper would be awesome. But if the deal is, hey, I know you don't care about Showtime, but now you're going to have to pay more for Showtime, some people may not like that. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think of that and how likely you are to be able to take advantage of it. Speaking of deals, today is the last day to take advantage of YouTube TV's 3-week free trial, and for the first 3 months, get it for just $64.99. If you've been thinking about getting this for football season, college football is just over 2 weeks away from week 0. I'm a little excited. I'm ready for some college football, but ends today when you're watching this. When I post this, August 10th is the last day. Check out that link. It's the last day to take advantage of the YouTube TV for $64.99 and comes with a 3-week free trial. And lastly, with that, if you have any questions, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic week. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Oh, wait, there is one more story. I almost forgot. One of the biggest stories. Max will be adding live sports, but I talked about that yesterday. I don't know why that's on my list. That's why I thought that this was not needed. Well, that's it. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Hopefully you're enjoying the beautiful weather. It's absolutely stunning here in Michigan. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll see you all tomorrow.